Send this to someone you would smack with a pan for absolutely no reason.
Alright, what's going on, Kitsunes? It has been a massive day for the unemployed because recently, on April 10th, 2026, a YouTuber, Mujin, made a video on how Sykkuno went from a viral star to a serial cheater and manipulator. And for those who noticed something, Mujin changed the title of the video because his coverage was not only receiving backlash, but also Mujin crashing out for being criticized by the internet.
Some people tried to claim that I changed my video's title because I was scared of a defamation lawsuit from Sykkuno. Sure, a random lawyer from Fiverr might claim that, but it's false.
You sure about that?
Here's a neat trick. You can go to a website like viewstats.com, go to any channel, we'll pick, I don't know, Mr. Beast, click on a video, and you'll actually be able to see any thumbnail or title changes since upload. Pretty cool, right? Now, if you were to do that with my video, you'd see that there were no thumbnail or title changes whatsoever since upload. So that's false.
You sure about that?
So this all started with a Google Docie from Hemomal VT exposing Sykkuno for being a serial cheater, master manipulator, and dangerous predator. Wait, Sykkuno, the guy who played Among Us during COVID, is a dangerous predator. Well, spoiler alert, this document mainly focuses on how Sykkuno hid his relationship and was cheating on his girlfriend of 5 years for e-sex. Yes, what he did was unforgivable, and he was also an asshole for making their relationship complicated. But this document has nothing to do with any predatory behavior. Hemomal can't explain and describe one predatory thing that Sykkuno did to her, and the other victim, Elphalia, when those two adults knew each other and were the ones who approached and reached out to Sykkuno first. And here's Mujin, the White Knight, ignorantly labeling Sykkuno as a predator and defending Hemomal, who, before the video's release, made a Patreon selling her dignity on the internet. Make that make sense.
What the hell? Oh my God!
But what made him really desirable is just how socially awkward he was. He was innocent in an endearing way. He was a boy failure that needed a woman to fix him. In a nutshell, he was this picture, almost allergic to other women. He just couldn't handle anything romantic. He would get too flustered. This made many of his fans want to be the one to finally fix him. But make no mistake here. This was all a perfectly crafted image that he had made for himself. He wanted you to think that he was innocent, naive, a boy failure, someone who's inexperienced in relationships and would never hurt a fly. Because in reality, behind this mirage, this illusion, there was a master manipulator, a serial cheater, and a predator. Someone who would make it a point for many years to target smaller content creators, take full advantage of the fact that he was one of the most desirable men in the streaming world, all while making it seem like he had no experience with women and that it just might be romantic. They just might be that special someone who can fix him.
And this woman thought the recorded Discord video call with Sykkuno would be the icing on the cake, when in actuality, her response was a part of the reason why her Google Doc and Mujin's coverage have received many backlashes.
What's it?
Probably never talking again.
You and me?
Yes.
What? Why?
Is that not why?
What is why? I'm still upset with you, but you didn't cheat on me. You can still talk to me and be, like, make up for your actions. Don't get me wrong, because I always am there for second chances. But I never will forgive you for cheating on her.
That just makes no fucking sense.
Holy humiliation. At this point, not only did she debunk her Google Doc, but Hemomal is as horrible as Sykkuno is. She tried so hard to tell Sykkuno to leave his girlfriend who lives with him, giving him a second chance and possibly more, still wants to communicate with him, confidently tells him,
You can keep me updated on how she's doing. You can keep me updated on when she moves out, because I don't think she should be living with you anymore.
But failed, so she made a document out of spite because she's pissed that she's a side chick and got played by a playboy. Oh, the irony of this tweet. You know, for someone who would be talking about boundaries and selling her body on the internet, makes her a huge hypocrite. Hemomal admitted that she still has feelings for Sykkuno and acted as if nothing had happened, and also admitted that she and Mujin worked together on this video, and Mujin days later put Hemomal under the bus.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
What about the other so-called victims? Well, they had responded, and it's not a good look for them. And thanks to other coverage of the so-called victims, we have more context for the situation and a bunch of accusations that not only did we lose some brain cells, but these so-called victims are taking advantage of the situation to gain nothing but the hypocrite card. What about Sykkuno's friends? All they said is that they are disappointed in him and can't believe that he hid and lied about his relationship, but some people don't care and just make it about themselves. And what about Bao's tweet that Mujin used on his Sykkuno video? What does she have to do with Sykkuno? And what was the context that led Bao to tweet this? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, we can agree with Bao's tweet, but her tweet is a double standard because what she's saying can also imply that a successful content creator, male or female, can approach a small content creator and take advantage of them. The reason why I ask is that I was recently watching Rima Evenstar, who watched Bao responding to the backlash about the Sykkuno video. I'm still confused about what Bao did and what she was trying to accomplish. Comment down below on what you think about Bao's response. Moving on to one of the main antagonists of the video, Mujin, who continues doubling down on what hits him. After people watch Mujin's horrible coverage, a VTuber Powder had a 3-hour call with Sykkuno and tweeted this, which led to Mujin furiously tweeting against Powder's tweet. Oh, scary. Mujin is going to expose Powder for dating black dudes and past controversies. Shivered me timbers. Oh wait, never mind. He just called himself a predator, which proves that he's an unhinged smartass. After a few days of silence, Mujin came out with a tweet, not only putting Hemomal under the bus, but this egomaniac had the nerve to not only flex on his fame, but to show care for Sykkuno's girlfriend when this hypocrite uploaded his coverage without her knowledge and permission. Days later, Sykkuno tweeted a message from him and his girlfriend, admitting he was an unfaithful partner, lied to people that he's single, took accountability, and committed to trying to improve their relationship. His girlfriend made it clear that she never wanted this to be public. Even after the fact, she wished they would at least have checked in on her and asked her how she felt about everything. But she hasn't heard anything from the people involved since Hemomal's document and Mujin's coverage. She also made it clear that she and Sykkuno are making changes to improve their relationship. She could have chosen to leave, but she decided to stay to repair their relationship together. On April 17, after 7 days, Mujin made an apology video about his Sykkuno video. Most of the comments show how Mujin took accountability for his mistakes, which, yes, he did. However, there were moments in the video where he didn't mention the so-called victims, the lack of contact with Sykkuno's girlfriend before and after, and his hostile and crash-out tweets on Twitter, which he should have mentioned but chose not to. But this was an unexpected downfall of Mujin, and people are now curious about the other videos that he covers and uploads. Was his coverage a lie as well? We may not know. But one thing we know is that Mujin, who was friends with Tectone, put a hit piece and stabbed Tectone in the back by going over a document made by Misgift and lied about Tectone 17 times.
A couple months ago, he put out a hit piece on me on Twitter where he lied on my name, not once, not twice, 17 times. This is real. You can find it for yourself. He found a document made by Misgift and made an entire expose on me with 17 lies on me and my community after I put Mujin on game, after I let him on my channel, after I hooked him up with collaborations. And then he later went live that day and said that I deserve to get called a rapist for the rest of my life, even though everybody knows I have no criminal record. The police already investigated me and dropped the case because they realized it was a non-issue.
Overall, the Sykkuno situation is something to be dealt with behind the scenes, but unfortunately, some people claim to be genuine and will use and do anything to chase nothing but clout for attention. Anyway, I'm out of here. Like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, kitsunes.